It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 dig, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Claire Beelang, XM Satellite Radio. Two quick questions. The first is, will you be announcing another driver soon? There's a lot of chat about that and who that might be. And second, there's also a lot of chat about you having been ill last week and people tying it or not tying it, basically the fans. And so I wonder, how are you feeling? Did you get to the bottom of what was making you ill? And then do you have another announcement coming up soon that people might expect as to who the driver might be that drives with you?
We hope so. I mean, obviously, we would like to announce this sooner than later. As far as being sick, I can't pick when and where I'm going to be sick and where I'm not going to be sick. Trust me, I've felt like a pincushion this week with needles in my arms, so I've not enjoyed that part. I do feel better. I started feeling better Tuesday evening and had to miss an event at Eldora Speedway, which I've been looking forward to for a long time, and running my 360 wing sprint car there, and didn't get a chance to do that. And I only get a chance to do that once a year, so was not an opportune week to be sick by any means, but you know, I do feel better. As far as drivers are concerned, we're obviously looking just like any other car owner does now, and looking at who's available, where are they at in their stages of their contracts, who's available, who's not available, who's interested, and who's not. So you know, it's kind of the same process that I'm used to doing with our World of Outlaw teams and USAC teams, and Joe and I will work together to try to secure a driver as soon as possible, and hopefully not only a driver but sponsors will be able to announce hopefully soon.
Jerry?
Jerry Bonkowski, Yahoo Sports. Tony, in the way this whole thing evolved, prior to the connection with Haas CNC, had there been an option for you to perhaps buy into JGR? Because we've seen guys like Rusty Wallace, he got a quarter of Penske Racing. We saw Jeff Gordon, he owns Jimmy Johnson's car. Had that been an opportunity originally for you, or was that inability to do that what led you to this?
No, it wasn't offered. I mean, JGR is a family business, and I respect them for that. I don't think you can ask a family business to give away part of their race team, but it wasn't offered. You know, that didn't turn me away from Joe Gibbs Racing by any means. This was just a unique offer. I mean, like I said, I don't know that I've ever heard of any driver offers that have had this involved in it. So that's just what made this a very appealing offer.
Bob Margolis with Yahoo Sports, a double team by Yahoo here. Tony, can you talk about how much it weighed on your decision to make this a part of your legacy? You've already got a strong legacy going in the sport, but how important was it to continue and help build NASCAR and help make the sport even better, like you've done with open wheel racing?
I think as time has gone on and I've got a little bit older here, you start realizing the importance of history and what values are important to you, and you know, the thought of being another Richard Childress or a Richard Petty or a Rick Hendrick, somebody who's driven in this sport, and now you know, in some cases their legacy's bigger than when they were drivers here. That opportunity to do this in this sport was very important to me. You know, I look back and I know I keep mentioning our open wheel teams, but that's really where the foundation of this all started in my head. And you know, I look at where we are this year. I mean, this past week we were leading all 3 national divisions, and it's the first time in USAC's history that any one organization has led all 3 national divisions in the point standings. And I looked at that and thought that's something that's never been done in the sport, and to be a part of that and to have my name on that organization that's doing that is something that I'm very proud of, and you know, to have opportunities to put my name in the record books as a car owner now is something that I'm excited about. I mean, this is something that you know, I know what it feels like to win as a driver, but I know after winning the Chili Bowl in 2005 what it feels like, or 2006 what it's like to win as an owner. And or I guess it was 2007, but you know, to sit there in winner's circle and climb out of the car that I know I had a part in building that team. I mean, that was a feeling that I'd never had before, and to have that opportunity to do that here with Haas CNC Racing, and you know, now form this new entity is something that I'm excited about having that opportunity. I'm excited about the fact that I feel like we could go to Daytona and we have the opportunity to go there and win the Daytona 500 and stand there and climb out of my own car with my own guys and my own operation and be there as champions that way. So that's an aspect that I'm hopefully going to get a chance to experience that and enjoy that.
Jeff?
Jeff Gluck from NASCAR Scene. Your name's on top of this deal. Will you be calling the shots? Will you be bringing in your own people at all? How will the structure of the organization work?
Well, we're 50-50 in the entity, so I mean we'll work together. It's not about who's. I mean, to me, it's not important who ranks where. It's not a ranking issue. It's a matter of goal issues and what our goals are, and sitting down and working together. The one thing I think I've learned from Joe Gibbs Racing is it takes people to win, and people, you know, it's not equipment that wins races, it's people that win races. And you know, we're going to assemble a strong group of core people that we feel like will work together, not somebody over top of anybody else. It just made the logo look really good. That's how it got stacked up that way. So wasn't really an ego issue by any means. So, but you know, we'll have a good group of people. It's not a matter of really who's calling the shots. It's you know, you hire the right people to do the right jobs. So, you know, my strength's going to be hopefully taking the knowledge I've learned from Joe Gibbs over the last 10 years and hiring the right people to be in the right positions, and then let them do their jobs. My job on the weekend is going to be drive the race car. And, you know, if we get the right people, then you don't have to worry about who's calling the shots here and there. I mean, you've got those people in place to do it for you.
Mark Ashenfelder, ESPN. Who made the initial contact? Did you approach Tony, or did Tony reach out? Look, were you that interested in starting a team? And when did it get started?
It actually started at the end of the year last year, at the end of the calendar year in December. Was the first time that I was presented with this opportunity. And as spring went through, in the middle of spring, we went to Joe and said, hey, I have an opportunity. This is what I'm looking at. I was very upfront and honest with Joe and JD about it. Obviously, they were shocked when I came to them, because we always dreamed and we always thought that I would start and finish at Joe Gibbs Racing. So it was a shock when we went to him. But after sitting and talking with Joe and JD, and you know, I basically said, you know, Joe, I've got an opportunity to be in a role like you are, and I think that's something that at the end of the day Joe respected, and you know, it's hard to not want to see somebody chase their dreams, and that's something that the Gibbs family's always been very good about and passionate about. And you know, it was a hard process to go through with Joe and JD and myself and Eddie Jarvis, who helped a lot with it. And you know, there was a lot of emotion involved at times, but you know, at the end of the day, this was understanding. And the release yesterday, I mean, I went to this race shop, I went and talked to my race team first, and then went and spoke to the entire organization and explained to them why I was doing what I was doing. And you know, I think I wondered how it was going to feel. I wondered how everybody was going to react. And at the end of my talking to the group, everyone clapped, and when I came off the stage and they broke for lunch, there were people that stood in line to shake my hand and say, we wish you the best of luck. We value working with you for 10 years, and that's something that made me feel really good. I mean, last night was the first night that I've slept really, really well in a long time, because I do value that friendship with the organization. I value my friendship with Zippy and Joe and JD, and that's something that through this hasn't changed.